Hi, I'm Sierra Rossing with ChildcareCRM, and today I'm joined by Francie Dudry of Procare Solutions to speak with Gina Emch, who is the co-owner of Valley Childcare and Learning Centers. Today we're going to be speaking about her experience with both ChildcareCRM and Procare in regards to how the individual solutions have impacted her business performance and how the two-way integration between these platforms have changed her center's operations. So, can you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your childcare centers?
Sure. I am Gina Emsch. My husband's grandfather started Valley Childcare and Learning Centers in 1967. So we were some of the first centers in the Phoenix area. Now we have 10 schools, and we have really tried to keep the family feel in our centers, and it seems that people really like that about it, and we have just loved it. It's been a wonderful family business that we have all enjoyed.
Yeah, that's amazing. When did you join the organization?
I didn't start working with the company until about 10 years ago. I knew as soon as I started seeing that we needed to do some marketing, that we were going to need a program to help us do that. Before that, I was mailing out letters to our potential parents if the directors had remembered to fill out a tour form, and then get it to me so that then I could email or mail a letter to the potential parents. So it was very, very like old-fashioned to do it that way. And it was like, wow, if we could automate this at all. And then Chuck's program just seemed like a great way to do that. Mm-hmm. So plus he was great. He let me call him and make suggestions, and the tech support team at CRM is amazing, I think.
That's great to hear. And were you using Procare prior to using ChildcareCRM?
Yes. I think they've been using it probably, it's over 20 years. I'm not exactly sure how many, but at least 20.
Wow. Yeah, I think sometimes people are like, wait a second, software 20 years ago, like what?
Yes. Yes.
Gina, I mean, we work with a lot of childcare centers, as you know, and there are many we talk to that even today use pen and paper for their processes. And then to hear you say you've been doing this for 20 years, would you say that your center was just technologically inclined from the start, or what kind of precipitated that? Because I think that's kind of unique.
Sure. Well, the third generation coming in made that happen. Before that, his grandpa had time cards on the wall, and the parents would clock their children in that way. And then they would go through and manually process the billing on Friday nights. And it just, I mean, my husband was like, there has to be a better way. And when we'd go to conferences, he always talked with Shelly at Procare, the Procare stand. And she kept going, come on, James, we can do this. We can get this set up. And so that's how it started.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Who wants to spend their Friday nights doing time cards?
Exactly. And you know what? He met with hesitation from grandpa and from his father and uncles. They just thought, what's wrong with the yellow pad and the time cards? So he had to work at it a while.
And how has the integration between Procare and ChildcareCRM impacted your business operations?
Well, the first thing that was amazing was when they could export a child from CRM into Procare. So it for one thing, it helped our directors be more inclined to have a parent fill out our tour form. They all have a tour laptop that they ask a parent to fill out. So they got all that information, and then they could enroll a child very quickly by exporting them into Procare. Even if they had to go back and fill out other information, they could at least get the parent clocked in. And they loved that immediately. But then what I was doing was every day I would print the change of enrollment status form and manually print that out, and then go manually into CRM and change all the statuses from either withdrawn or enrolled. And it just took a lot of time each day. And so when we were able to learn that there was now a way to sync that each day, it has saved so much time. So much. It's just been amazing.
And if you didn't have the seamless integration between these platforms, what would you do instead? What would your center look like?
Well, we would still be printing out that report each day and going through each of the 10 schools, going through their enrollment report and making sure it matched, because I wanted to make sure that the problem was, if it didn't, a parent that already enrolled might be getting an invitation to come and tour. And it just made us look like we had no idea who was in our school. And so it was very important to me that our status is matched. And so now I love that. When I want to send a email to just all the tours, I know that that's correct. When I want to send to enrolled families, I know that that is also correct.
And how would you describe the integration in your own words to someone who might be interested in using Procare and CRM together?
I would tell them that it's just such a great marriage of products, because you to work with any other marketing software that would not sync with Procare, you'd be doing a lot of double work. To not have to re-enter the child's name or the parent's name and address, phone numbers, all that information into Procare and get them enrolled very quickly, saves so much time. And if there's ever a problem with the export, when there've been a few times where they've had a snag or something and it hasn't worked, I get calls from directors right away, because they just love that feature, that they can do that. And now with the childcare forms it works with CRM too, and is going to sync also. It's just, they're great products. I really love them.